Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Live Issue and this is Blessing. Thank you so much for everyone that have supported me, that have asked after me. This 1 week I've not been vlogging. I'm back now, better and ready to put out beautiful videos out there for everyone. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe if you want to be able to get videos as is happening, if you want to be able to get news as is happening, if you want to be entertained, make sure you subscribe. Now, I also have a Facebook page and also a news online website, so make sure you are in all my channel so you'll be getting news as it happens. All right, what am I going to be talking? It's all about tramadol and codeine. Yeah, I know that it has become an epidemic in Africa, and I'm going to show you a video that someone just sent to me. I just had to say something. I had to say something about this. All right, so watch the video and I'll come back and I'll talk about this. Thank you. But thank you. The video I've just shown you is really disheartening. Now, this is a little boy who took tramadol, and that was how that was the effect of the tramadol that he took. Now, people have been asking, what is tramadol, what is codeine? In most Western countries, it's prescribed. It's not an over-the-counter medicine. It has to be prescribed. You should not take it. You should not be able to buy it over the counter in most Western world. Now, it is basically a pain reliever and is an opioid pain reliever used for treatment of moderate pain. Now, I know in Africa, it is easy for you to get all this kind of medication from a local shop. But I think this needs to be looked into. Legislation needs to be passed to stop this. Until this is done, we're going to be hearing a lot about this kind of incident, the one that happened in Futo, the little girl that died. That's what we're hearing until we are able to pass a legislation that will stop tramadol and codeine being sold over the counter. Now, for parents, I know some of you are scared and you're worried about this, but what I'm going to say is you need to start educating your children about the effect and the side effects of tramadol and codeine. Now, if you're shying away from doing this, if you don't want to talk about it, someone else will talk to them about it and give them the wrong use of tramadol and codeine. Now, this is a tablet, okay? It's a tablet that can be accessed anywhere. Now, if your child is in university, it can be accessed just going to their local shop. So you need to be able to talk to your children about this. It is urgent. People are dying because of this. Now, it can be taken orally, it can be taken through the intraveins, and it can be taken through the intramuscular, so through the muscles where they use the pain. And why are they taking this? People keep wondering. This is not like coke or what will I say now, Indian hemp, but it has the same effect on people. So that is why, and it's cheaper than that. So that is why students are taking it. So your child might not be taking cocaine, your child might not be taking Indian hemp or any of these drugs that we know about, but tramadol has the same effect on them, like if they have taken any of these drugs that are known. All right, so what happens to them is that they once they take tramadol or codeine, they kind of like have this state of intense ecstasy and happiness. You know, when you feel over the moon, as if you're happy, as if you're taking laughing gas, that is what happens. So maybe a child that is depressed, that is worried, or maybe a child that's been, you know, had all these secret court members in university, and they kind of like want to forget about their pains or forget about what's going to happen to them. They take this to feel high, to go out there to do whatever they have to do. They don't want to be in reality. That is why it's going to be an epidemic if we don't stop this. Another thing is that, you know, you have this sense of calmness, you know, it makes them feel calm. So a child is facing danger, or someone is being given gun to go and kill someone, and the person doesn't care because you're calm, you're not troubled, you're not worried. So that is why the abuse of this drug is more in a high institution where these cuts are going on. And if these children become addicted to this, it's going to be an epidemic in our country. That is why we need to act fast. We need to make sure that our government brings out legislation that will make sure that this medication is not sold by pharmacies, local pharmacies. It must be by doctors. It must be prescribed. Now, I know you'll be wondering, oh yeah, it's a drug. Why are people dying of it? Why is it killing people? The point is that for every drugs, even an ordinary paracetamol, there is a side effect to it, and an overdose of it, definitely something will happen to you. Now, the normal side effect of this drug, you know, when you just take it normally without even an overdose, is insomnia, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, and drowsiness. So I know when my mom came and the doctor prescribed tramadol for her, that was how she felt. So you kind of like feel very dizzy and nausea. You know, it's really a very strong drug. Now imagine when such drugs are taken in an overdose state. You know, so you've taken more than the prescribed requirements. Now this is where the problem starts happening, because what happens to them is they immediately have a respiratory failure. They also have cardiac disruption, seizure, and some of them go into coma, and some of them have neurological toxicity. So it's, you know, a lot. This drug is not good. It is so many doses of this drug that I think, I mean, this video is like a wake-up call for us to know that we need to do something. Our streets are no more safe for our children, and as parents we cannot just say, oh, it doesn't affect me, because these drugs can be gotten from anywhere, in a local shop. So please start talking about the effect of tramadol and the fact that this drug must be regulated. We need to make sure that it's regulated, because in Western world it is. All right, this is what I want to say now, and I hope this video will be shared. And for any parents whose child is up to 13, going to university, you need to sit your child down and talk about drugs. I know in Africa we shy away from this, we don't want to talk about this, but it is about time you understand that drugs are no more things that are hidden. It's happening in our universities, it's happening in parties. Our children are being introduced to cocaine, to tramadol, to codeine, to Indian herb, to a lot of things that when we were young, it was a taboo, it was abnormal. But now in parties is a norm thing, in clubs is a norm thing. They're seeing it. So it's better for us to be the one to talk to them about it, to start talking about it. Well, thank you so much. Just wanted to talk about this evening, and I hope someone out there who is affected by this drug seeks medical help. You really is like every other abuse, every other substance abuse that is in your system. You need to actually go for rehabilitation. You really need to go for rehabilitation. You can be rehabilitated. The overdose or the intoxication can be removed from your system if you seek medical help. All right, thank you so much for listening. Please help me subscribe. Please help me like. Thank you.